used with a blue, used with a beauty. Hello gorgeous people, thanks for joining me. Yes, I'm wearing the same outfit that I've been wearing in the last couple of videos. I am trying to knock out some videos today before I go on my Christmas vacation. Anyway, in today's video I am going to share with you my most favourite makeup items from 2019. Before we get into the selection of makeup items that I have been loving in 2019. If you're new to my channel, thank you for joining me and welcome, and to all my wonderful subscribers and wonderful people who come back every week to see my videos. I truly appreciate you. You have made this far more enjoyable than I ever expected. I started this channel because I wanted to connect with other like-minded people who enjoyed skincare, who enjoyed makeup, who just enjoyed pretty, sparkly, feminine things that bring us some joy in the more mature years of our life. And I have definitely found that with some beautiful people that I have connected with through this channel. You know who you are, we talk regularly through the comments, and I appreciate you so very much, and I'm so excited that you guys have all helped me to get to my 1,000 subscriber count, which was my goal for this year, and I got there. And so thank you so very much. Thank you for being patient with me when I've not been in the mood for filming, and just thanks for your banter and your advice and just your tidbits in the beauty realm of things. I've thoroughly enjoyed it, and it's like talking to my girlfriends, and just having great communication with you has been so thoroughly enjoying. It's given me a side of my life that is pleasurable outside of my duties as a mum and a wife, and outside of my full-time work position. It gives me something to look forward to, and I really enjoy interacting with you. So thank you, thank you, thank you. If you are new to my channel and you haven't subscribed already, I would truly appreciate it if you did click on the subscribe button, and look forward to seeing you in future videos. Okay guys, so let's get into what I've been enjoying in the way of makeup for 2019. Now I've tried very hard to keep it to a bare minimum, and I think I've done extremely well keeping it to this small wee box here. I have got plenty of makeup that I enjoy, plenty of makeup that I love, but I wanted to only focus on the items that if I had no brain pattern in the morning, what would be the first thing I reach for? What do I reach for when I know it's going to work and I need something to work and I know that this is going to perform? These are the items that I have put together. I have not added any eyeshadow palettes. If I started adding eyeshadow palettes to this, we would be here all day. So I'm going to do a separate video, and I'm going to take my time with that because it wasn't that long ago that I filmed my top 10 eyeshadow palettes. So I want to come up with hopefully less than 10 palettes that are my favorites for 2019, and I will film that very soon. Starting with primer. I have two primers that will forever, actually I shouldn't say that in case I find something else. I have two primers that are in my constant rotation and are primers that I reach for on the regular. I have ousted other primers that I've had in my collection because I only ever reach for these two. The first one is the Tatcha Silk Canvas Filt'r Finish Protective Primer. I am nearly out of my little tub of this, and I will be repurchasing this. I really enjoy this. I think it's mature skin friendly, and it really, I don't know if it gives me longevity in my makeup, but it really helps my makeup apply very well and look wonderful on my skin. For combination skin, I highly recommend the Fenty Beauty Pro Filt'r Primer. I love this. This is my second bottle. I love this for my T-zone, and it just gives a beautiful finish to my makeup. It sort of helps smooth out my skin. It definitely helps with the longevity of my foundation, and it will be a product that I will repurchase unless I find something amazing. But I don't tend to go for the hunt for items when I found something I enjoy. So we'll see. The Fenty Beauty Pro Filt'r Primer is definitely in my rotation. Okay, now when it comes to foundations, as I do wear foundation every day on a weekday and occasionally on the weekends, it's a weekend today and I've got a full face of makeup. It didn't, you know, I filmed a video, so of course I need a full face of makeup. But on the daily, when I'm using foundations, I have got a tray of different foundations in my makeup drawers, and I rotate them, and I do use different foundations when I'm wanting to try something different. If I needed to get ready in the morning and I just needed to reach for something that I know is going to work, that I know is going to look good, that I know is going to last, these are the three that I would reach for. Number one, for daily, for work, this is the one I reach for, and it is the Too Faced Peach Perfect Comfort Matte Foundation. I have two shades. I use warm beige. Well, 80% of the year round, I use natural beige, and I have a new one in my stash because I've just finished one of my natural beiges. But that is a great medium to full coverage foundation. It's great for longevity. It's great for my combination skin. I use a beauty blender. I use a beauty blender with most of my foundations only because it's quick, it's efficient, it blends. I don't have to fluff, I don't have to muck around. So a beauty blender is my tool of choice for applying foundation, and it just blends like a dream. A new discovery this year is the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation. For many years I avoided this foundation because I tried it out a few years ago and it just made me too luminous. With my oily skin, I just felt a greasy cakey mess. But as my skin's starting to normalize and balance a little bit more in my mature years, I have found this luminous silk to be absolutely beautiful on my mature skin. I do get a little bit of a glow during the day. I'm actually wearing it on my skin at the moment. I can get a little bit of a glow during the day, but it's not an oily glow. It's a glow that I'm actually happy to have on my skin, something I never thought I would say, but I do get a healthy looking radiant glow, and I really appreciate that, and I really enjoy that foundation. So if I'm going out, this is one of the foundations that I would reach for. I've been going for a few job interviews recently. This is the foundation I've been reaching for. So when I want perfected, beautiful skin, that is the foundation that I would reach for those occasions. Now when I'm wanting to reach for a foundation which is just pure luxury to me and I know I'm going to look my best, I will reach for my La Prairie Skin Caviar Concealer and foundation. I don't tend to use the foundation. I have used it a little bit. It does help on my pigmentation. The reason I like this concealer for that purpose is because it's the same color as the foundation, so I don't get any demarcation lines. But I have so much pigmentation that trying to spot conceal my spots and melasma and pigmentation issues is a large area to cover, so I don't tend to use that a very lot, but when I do, this is the one I would reach for. I love this foundation. I try not to use it as much as I would like to because it's really expensive, and I'm not even going to tell you how expensive it is here in New Zealand, but it's really, really expensive, and I'm embarrassed to actually say I own a foundation that is worth that much. So I only use this on very special occasions, but I love it. If money was no object, I would use this more regularly than I do, but it's not something I think I could feel comfortable repurchasing unless I come into some money, you know, lotto, or someone leaves me money in their will or something. But I do love it. It's just a super expensive, pricey item that I can't really justify repurchasing, but I love it. My favourite powder, and the one that is all I've used this year for setting my foundation for using under my eyes. Now when I use it for setting my under eye, I just use a really fluffy eyeshadow brush. This is an eyeshadow brush, and I just use that really lightly and just tap under my eyes with this powder. I don't like doing anything more heavy. I don't like baking under my eyes because of my age and the fact that it just accentuates the crepiness under my eyes. So I need to keep that as nourished and moisturized as possible with the least amount of powder, but I do need to set my concealer or it's going to crease anyway, so just the very slight amount. I love this Huda Beauty. This is the Huda Beauty Easy Bake Loose Baking and Setting Powder. My colour I use is Pound Cake, and then I use a velour puff to roll it on my skin for setting my makeup. Then I take a big fluffy powder brush and then just brush all the excess away. But that is the only powder that I have used for the year. Concealer. The concealer that I probably have been enjoying the most is the Jeffree Magic Star Concealer. I have mine in the colour C9. I think I could possibly go up to a slightly darker one, but I love this because it's so super light and I think it's very mature skin friendly. I just tap it in with my finger. I try not to use very much. I definitely am not one of these people who does a big triangle. My skin is not conducive to that because of my age. Here I just dot in this little sunken area I have there that does show a shadow and just tap it in with my finger. The least amount of product that I could put under my eyes, the better, or I can easily look 10 to 15 years older than I am. And I don't want that. Nobody wants that. Okay, contour. I mentioned this in my empties video, but I have finished this. This is the Marc Jacobs Mirage Filt'r number 40 duo. It has a banana powder on one side and a contour colour on the other. I didn't use the banana shade. It would be great for under the eyes, but I don't like adding too much under my eyes because of my age. But the contour colour was just perfect for me, and I hopefully can replace that because it was my favourite contour and it took me a very long time to get through that, but it is a gone burger now. When it comes to bronzer, my favourite bronzer, I do have quite a few in my collection, but the one that I reach for when I know I'm going to get the right colour and the right pigmentation, the right blendability, is this Marc Jacobs Omega Bronze in Tantastic. When it was originally launched, which is when I got mine. It was a limited edition. It is now a permanent item, and it is definitely my favourite bronzer. I've put one face palette in here because it is a palette that if I needed to quickly grab something that I could dip into and use everything in there, it would be this Hourglass palette. It was last year's limited edition palette from Hourglass, and it is the Unlocked palette. They re-released it recently using the ghost packaging. I didn't repurchase it again. I didn't need to because I've got 3 of these Edit palettes, but this is by far my favourite. I love this because I can pick it up. It has a highlighter, it has blushes, it has bronzer, it has a setting powder for giving a nice radiance if I wanted something to buff my makeup when I'm finished, or my foundation and powder when I'm finished. Everything I need is in this palette, so this would be what I would reach for if I wanted a face palette. I wanted to stick to one of everything so that it was truly my pick for my favourites in that particular category. When it comes to blushes, I've picked one pink one and one of a more peachy tone. By far, I would have to say my most favourite blush of all for this year was the Cover FX monochromatic blush duo. It has a matte and a shimmer, and this colour is in Pink Dahlia. It looks very bright in the palette, but it just applies on my cheeks anyway as a beautiful flush, beautiful natural flush, and it has been my go-to blush all year. When I want something of a more peachy tone, something just a little bit more subdued, but like if I'm wearing there's been a lot of beautiful palettes like the Sunrise palette and my Estee Lauder Goddess palette, those beautiful rich warm colours. When I'm wearing that sort of eye, I want to go for a peachy coloured blush, but nothing too intense, something soft. And I have been reaching for my MAC Warm Soul Mineralized blush. I really love this. It seems so nondescript as a colour, but on the cheeks it's just enough to give a pretty glow and not too pigmented and just not in your face, but a nice subtle blush to your cheeks. I actually think that this was in my favourites last year. I haven't checked. I am really on a time crunch with it's been so busy with work recently, so busy. Also, my daughter has finished her high school years. She's off to university next year, and she's moving out of our city, going to another city. She is a girl that is a very high achiever because she works hard. She applies herself 110% to everything she does. She has been doing so many extracurricular activities at high school this year. She was deputy head girl. She was attending a Catholic high school, the same Catholic high school that I was attending, and she was head of special character this year, and which is a really big role. And she has done so many extracurricular activities. We have been attending so many prize givings and year-end things. So between my school where I work and all our end of year prize givings, end of year functions, whether it's for the staff, for the board, for the children, I've had all of those, and then we've been really inundated with so many events for my daughter Keely, and it's been exciting, exhilarating, wonderful, but extremely exhausting, and I haven't had the time to do what I enjoy myself, so that's why I've knuckled down and trying to do lots of filming today. I apologise for anyone who follows my Instagram account. I have been very quiet on that of recent times because of how busy that I have been, and as I said, it's been super busy at work, and I have been looking for another job. Just things have been so different this year in the last few months. I think I will hold off on looking for more jobs until I see how things settle with work next year, and hopefully there's more work-life balance and everyone is happier, and we get back to our wonderful little dynamic that we do have at work, which is just a very close family of wonderful people. Hasn't been like that for the past few months, hence why I was looking for another position. Everyone's just been under the pump. Everyone's had a lot of extra workload, and it's affected everybody, and it does make a difference when you are at work for so many hours of your life that things need to be enjoyable if you want to rock up with a happy disposition every day. So hence my daughter has been extremely busy with life lately, as well as everything else, so hopefully things will settle down soon. We're off on holiday next week, and we are thoroughly looking forward to that. It's our lovely little annual camping holiday by the sea. Anyway, that's why, long story short, I haven't had time to check what were my favourites last year in my makeup stash, but I have a very funny feeling that the highlight I chose was this one here, which is the Christian Dior Skin Nude Air Luminizer in 001. It's a beautiful champagne highlighter. I am wearing it today. It is just a beautiful highlight. I think it's very mature skin friendly, and it just gives you a really pretty glow. Okay, sorry for rambling before. Let's get into the tail end of it. Brow products. I think this could be in last year's favourites as well, but nothing has superseded this, and this is the Kat Von D Brow Struck powder in light brown. This is the powder that was quite a sensation when it first launched because it has a shimmer to the powder. It does not translate on your brows. It is perfect for someone with combination skin. I apply this, it does not move. So in saying that, if I was to grab my hand and rub it across, yes it would, because of my oily skin. But a lot of brow products I use, without me touching my brows during the day, they fade and disappear, which is why I like my microbladed brows so much. This powder doesn't budge through wear and tear during the day, and the brush that I like applying it with is my Anastasia double-ended brush in the 7B. I love how stiff this little end is here for applying my powder, and the spoolie is superb as well. Some brushes that I discovered this year that I have absolutely enjoyed so much, and if I had the budget I would buy a lot more, but I discovered Sonia G brushes this year and I absolutely love them. I do love my Wayne Goss brushes that I have, but I just love these ones, just probably a tad more. I have the Worker one, which I'd love to get another couple of those. I have the Pencil Pro, which is just great for someone with small hooded eyes like myself. It's such a great little wee detail brush. And the Crease Pro is amazing too. And I just wish don't we all wish we had a bottomless pit of funds where we could just buy the things we really want to use. So I have those three, love them, would love to purchase more, don't know when I will get the opportunity to do that. My favourite eyeliner, and I have just repurchased this because life just wasn't the same when I ran out of this. Quite frankly, first world problems. But I have repurchased my Nars High Pigment Longwear Eyeliner in the colour Via Veneto. I just love this. Now, I really thought this was a twist up pencil, but it appears it no longer is. If that is what I thought, I'm going to have to sharpen this. And I really did think it was a twist up, but it's not appearing to do it in this pencil that I have repurchased. But I love that it stays in my waterline. I've been using Colourpop gel liners recently, but they tend to disappear out of my waterline. That Nars one does not. An eyeliner that I have purchased, a liquid eyeliner that I have really been enjoying this year and absolutely love, is by Fenty Beauty. It is the Fly Liner. It is so simple and easy to use. You just lightly apply that and you get a line. It doesn't transfer on my hooded eyes, and so that is a bonus for me. Last but not least, lip colours, and I've only selected 3. My 2 most favourite lipsticks for this year were part of the Charlotte Tilbury lipsticks that came in the refillable packaging. Absolutely love them. The 2 colours that I adore the most are Dance Floor Princess, a beautiful pinky colour. I'm not really a pink lipstick kind of girl, but this is so soft and beautiful that I feel very comfortable wearing this. And then the other colour is In Love with Olivia, which is the lipstick colour that I am wearing today. They are so creamy, they are so pigmented, and they are such a pleasure to use that I think that when I never repurchase lipsticks in colours if I run out. I just try something new. I think these are colours that I would repurchase, and because they're in the refillable cases, I can just get the refills to pop them back in there, which is fantastic. My final lip product is a lip gloss, and it is by far my favourite lip gloss I've ever used, and it's probably the only lip gloss I will repurchase in the future until somehow I discover another one. But it is by Fenty, and this is in the colour Fussy. I love this. I love it on its own. I love it on top of other lipsticks. I particularly like wearing it on top of my liquid lipsticks. I prefer a liquid lipstick for work because I'm not princessy enough at work. I get so busy. I don't reapply my lipstick and touch up and powder my face during the day because I really do get so busy that I like to wear a liquid lipstick because at least the stain on my lips stays there during the day without me having to reapply. And then if I just top it with the Fussy lip gloss, it just gives me a really pretty daytime look. So they are my favourites, guys. I really wanted to do a quick video with that, but I don't feel it has been. But they are what I would reach through without any thought in my head about what is my favourite makeup to grab in a hurry. That's the items I would grab. I will revisit eyeshadow palettes. There's been so many beautiful eyeshadow palettes recently, and I couldn't come up quickly with what they would be because I've been trying so many new ones out and falling in love with every single one that's come out, that I really need to have a bit more of a think about what they will be, but a video will be coming. Please let me know down in the description box down below what has been some of your favourite makeup items this year. As I said, there are plenty other makeup items in my makeup stash that I do love and adore, but these were just the no-brainer items that I would reach for with that if I needed something in a hurry, they would be my go-to guaranteed to work products. If you enjoyed it, guys, please give it a thumbs up, would truly appreciate it. Please don't forget, if you haven't already, to please hit the subscribe button. I would love to see you back in my next videos, and I just hope you've all had a beautiful and a wonderful day, and I look forward to seeing you next time. See ya. Bye.